Hey everybody, what's up? Thank you so much. Oh, that was a different outro. Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching Mostly Sane. I am Prajakta. Welcome back to a Real Talk Tuesday video. This is not a vlog. I am shooting right now, but today's video is very special because it's a cross-border collab. I was so excited for this that we're doing a video with AVA Max. I love her music. If you haven't checked her music out, you should totally go and check it out. And even more than that, she is a fascinating person. So I hope you enjoy. Hi, Ava.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Just in my office/studio.
Oh, nice. Ideally, if you were in India, I would ask you those very typical questions. Have we been treating you right? Has the food been too spicy?
I
But
cannot wait to come to India.
have you been?
No, I have not, and it's a place where I've always wanted to come. So I feel like I would have came this year if the pandemic didn't hit. Like I feel like I would have probably done a show there, but maybe
Yeah.
next.
For sure, for sure. You should definitely come here. All of us love you a lot here. And I feel like, I think I heard my first Ava Max song in February this year, so not very far back.
Love
Um,
it.
I
Which,
was in Sweet But Psycho.
mm,
I was in the US and I was driving from Washington, D.C. to North Carolina with a friend. And he played his Spotify playlist, and I was like, listen, who is this? And she's like, you don't know Ava Max? I'm like, no, I don't. I've not heard. She's like, oh my God, you have to listen to her. So I heard Sweet But Psycho
oh
first. And then
my gosh.
throughout the trip, I was looping those songs over and over again. And since then, they have been my shower workout playlist. They have been like
Wow.
everything, like
Oh
everywhere.
my God. Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're amazing. But you know what? One of the things that I absolutely loved about the songs is, when I saw the videos, I was like the hairstyle. I was like, I love the hair. I feel like if the pandemic had a hairstyle, it would be this.
It would be Sweet but Psycho.
It would be Sweet but Psycho for sure. Like, where does this come? I really want to know what like, doesn't your OCD just tick you off?
You know what's funny about this? This helps my OCD because I hate having the same length hair. And I'm
Oh,
like, and I wanted something different that no one had. And I wanted to like create, like you said, a niche. And so
yeah.
I tried for years, and then this was an accident. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. And the fans started calling it the max cut. And then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is cool how they like started calling it that.
How was it an accident? What happened there?
You haven't heard? Oh my God, you're gonna laugh. So I literally was baking, and now I'm good at baking and cooking, but I wasn't, and I
You
burnt.
burned it?
That'd be a good story, but no. I was just like upstairs, like while my cookies were in the oven. Little did I know they were burning, and I started smelling it, and I was like, wait, but I forgot to cut the other side. I'm not even kidding you. And I go downstairs. Of course, my cookies are good. And I go back upstairs and I pass a mirror. And I'm not even kidding you. This is exactly how it happened. And I always try and like play it out because I remember walking up the mirror and I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. It's like kind of like, I don't know, it feels balanced some way. And so I started wearing it and people started looking at me really weird. And then some people started complimenting it. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue wearing it. This was a legit accident, actually. It was funny, like no, and if you like knew me for a long time, like all my best friends know this about me. I'm a control freak. I don't let anyone tell me what to do. I
Oh,
do what I want to do. Everything is my idea, like the visions. I just am very stern about that. Like I'm very like it has to be this way, and I've always been like that. And it's funny when I see comments online like, oh, someone probably told her to do that. I'm like, I would never listen to anyone. I actually, ever since I was younger, my mom would be like, she couldn't control me. I was crazy. I would just do my own thing.
oh boy. So did you always know, even growing up, that you know what, I'm not average, or what I like is not what everybody likes, or I'm not someone who goes with the flow. Is that something that, how you always have that little
I've
voice
always
in your
been,
head?
yeah, I've always gone against the grain. If my mom told me not to do something, I had to do it. Like if now that a lot of people like, it's funny, some people like it, some people hated the haircut, and the more people hate it, the more I love it. It's really weird. I have this thing, like when someone tells me not to do something, I want to do it even more. And I've been like that ever since I was little. And I don't know. It's weird.
But does that ever backfire though? When maybe some days when you lose perspective and maybe somebody else really does have a better perspective at what you're doing. Does that ever
I,
backfire?
they don't because I feel like they don't know me, you know?
Okay.
No one really knows me as much as I know myself.
Okay. Okay. That's
Like
fair.
like yourself. No one knows you as much as you know yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah. True. When you're making, like you said, you always trust your own instincts and you're going with your gut. And that is a superpower, honestly, to have.
It's hard sometimes, but yeah, it definitely is something I like to do. Like I like to like I'm very like all about energy. If I feel it, I'm gonna go for it, you know? And I'm very spontaneous as well.
But when you're doing it, how do you know a piece of content you've made is gonna work?
I feel it in my gut, like, but sometimes you don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do. So it depends on the song. And like, for instance, Sweet But Psycho, we put it out when there was not a lot of pop music out. So we were like, okay, let's see how it does. And it like blew up like literally overnight. Like it was insane. Like
Yeah,
I,
I feel like overnight there were T-shirts made and like fans were going crazy. People
it
got
was
tweeted.
insane. It was not, yeah, it was not promoted at all. It was just, it flew. It literally
Yeah.
flew. And that right there tells you that really you never know what's going to go.
Do you ever feel like honestly, I'll tell you, as a creator, I am constantly sort of I always have this like blind spot as to what my audience really likes because the audience is changing so much every day. You know, boundaries are getting blurrier and blurrier, and there's just not one way of doing it, which works in our favor. A
Yeah,
lot of
I understand what you're saying. It's like you don't, I understand what you're saying, but more so,
yeah,
you know what it is now? You just gotta be you, you know? I think it's like there's no way around it anymore. Like you have to be authentic and people can, you know, sniff it out if you're not authentic.
yeah, yeah, true. How was it? Like, did they have like, oh my God, this is too different or this is too new, I don't know if it's gonna work? Like, did you get those reactions?
I saw no way in the industry because it was like, you know, you either know somebody or you don't get in the industry. You know, it's hard to find that connection and it's so difficult because I wasn't a YouTube star. You know, I didn't want to do covers on YouTube. I never liked that because, you know, it wasn't my thing, you know, and I feel like I was just trying to make music in the studio. But in a sense, yeah, it took a very long time until I met a producer named Circuit that he really took me under his wing and he let me be creative and he introduced me to a lot of people and he really helped me like explore different avenues of pop music and he helped me like open myself up without being scared.
And once you do sort of like get into a space like this, how do you stay unique? You know, I feel like you will always get into something because, oh, she's different, she's new, she's fresh. And then you have to live up to that pressure that you have to keep doing things differently. Otherwise, you're going to lose your niche.
I mean, I think you always have to evolve with your music and you know, really music is all about it like the music industry. It's all about if you have a great song, it's most likely gonna do well. You gotta have a great song, a great melody, great lyrics. You know, it's not like, you know, it may seem easy to make a song, but you know, it's hard to make a, you know, a good pop record. And I think it's all about, and there's no formula to it. No one really knows. We just
Yeah.
make what, you know, we think we know. It's not like we don't, there's no perfection.
And when you're writing a song, and I say this because a lot of my audience is a bunch of young people trying to sort of try new things, you know, and so many of them make their own music. I mean, YouTube right now is just like an open platform for
Yeah.
anyone to come and perform. So I'm sure a lot of them would like to know this. When you are writing, what is your process for writing? And this also comes from me because I have written 2 songs and they were the most difficult thing for me to do.
Don't think about it too much. Just write your feelings first. Write your feelings. Like, what do you feel on a day-to-day basis? And then go through your journal and see if there's any words that stick out to you. And then write from there. And then write from that. Like, if there's a word that really inspires you, write from that. Or if there's a melody you have in your head, start with that. So it really just starts with one thing.
One of these students comes up to me and she's like, you know, Pradipta, I want to write like a love song, but I've never had a breakup.
Oh, yeah, it's all about, I have to say something about this, actually. That's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So, writing a song, you either write from your own perspective or someone else's perspective. There's only two ways to write a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
There's only two ways.
And of course, when you are very different, when you don't follow norms that have been followed for years through history, and you come with your own name, you come with your own hairstyle, like, F it, I'm going to do this. Like, that's how I am. And this, I'm going to make my music. I'm sure a lot of criticism comes your way.
Oh, yeah. And I kind of laugh at it now. I think, oh my God, you know what? The more music I put out, the more I'm realizing the more love I'm going to get, but also the more hate I'm going to get. So I'm getting used to the fact that there's no way everyone on earth is going to love you. There's no matter who you are. I started realizing this the other day. I'm like, no matter who you are, it's not going to be every single person loving you or anything. Everybody is a little polarizing. Am I right? Like everyone is a little polarizing. And I've been called polarizing before. And at first I was like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. Polarizing. Like some people love you and some people hate you. And that's just their opinion. You can't do anything about their opinion. And it's funny sometimes when the funny thing is when you see comments about your personal life or who they think you are, or they think you copied. And it's like, you don't know what I went through, so it's kind of funny sometimes.
But you've reached that now. How was it? Like, how did you handle it in the beginning? Like, is that something that you had to consciously deal with? Or did you just take it up your stride that, you know what, F it. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
I was just like, F it. I don't care. Like, a lot of women get compared now. And it's like, it's kind of not fair to women. Why do women get compared and not men, And I've explained this a lot in interviews that it's, we should be equal. We shouldn't be compared just because we're women. Like, oh, maybe we both have brown hair, we both have blonde hair, and we're both short, and we both, why do you compare based on looks, So I think that is a mistake our culture makes. We shouldn't compare and put people in boxes.
For sure. This is also a question, now that we talk about it, this is a question that I get at a lot of interviews, which I think is ridiculous, and I do not know how to answer it, where a lot of people ask me, how is it to be a female creator? How is it to be a female artist? How do you dodge that question? Can you please give me tips? Because I have absolutely no clue how to answer that. I'm just like, I don't know.
Does guy ask you usually?
Both, in fact.
Well, when a guy asks you, you should be like, how does it feel to be a man?
Yeah.
You should just say that.
Whatever the answer is, just change genders, and that's how I feel.
But in general, just go with your gut. Like, honestly, be honest. Don't sugarcoat it. That's one thing that I think I don't do. I don't sugarcoat things. And I don't think I ever can. And that could come, that can come bite me in the ass one day. But I think, but you know what? Who cares? You live one life and do you, and don't care what anyone thinks.
Also, it's kind of nice to, not have anything on your conscience.
Exactly.
I said what I felt and I meant it. So I don't, for all you know, it's not going to come back, but, bite you in the ass for all you know.
Yeah, I think people who really care what other people think, I think they are the ones who, I feel like they need healing. Like, because I was one of those people before. When I cared what other people thought, like, I felt like I needed to meditate and I needed to figure out why I feel like this. So I think it's all about finding, like for me, I love to like kind of have some, it's called like a me time, like alone time. Like I like to be alone sometimes because I can gather my thoughts. If I'm surrounded by people 24/7, like I can get kind of lost, and I feel like anyone can. And we're only human. And I feel like obviously I get hurt, but I don't allow myself to get hurt anymore, if that makes sense.
Oh, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Man, that is wonderful. See, again, that's what I'm saying. The fact that you just tell it as it is makes like a huge difference in understanding your vision or what you are as a person. So that's great. Thank you. Tell us about the new album.
The new album. Heaven and Hell. Oh, yeah, that thing. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to hear what your favorite songs are. And I'm just excited to hear everyone's favorite songs. I want to know what people think. And 3 more weeks, I mean, it feels like a long time in my head. The days are going by slow because I can't wait.
Oh yeah, it goes by slow when you're done working. I feel like when you're working, it goes like it zooms by.
100%.
But what's your favorite song on the album?
Oh, I like all of them. Okay, one of them is "Oh My God, What's Happening."
Oh my God, what's happening? I feel like that explains 2020 so well. She's like,
Literally.
oh my God, what's happening?
Literally, it's coming out September 4th, and I'm really excited about it. And it has a really crazy fun music video.
Oh, fun. I am really, really looking forward to it, Eva. We love your music. Please keep being 100% you. It's absolutely amazing how you are unapologetically yourself, and it's very inspiring for all of us.
Thank you. That means a lot.
All right, everybody. This was a fun chat that I had with AVA Max. Also, everybody, don't forget her new album drops on the 18th of September. It's called Heaven and Hell. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. You're the sweetest. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.